Tough times don't last. Tough people do. Toughness isn't about avoiding pain. It's about learning to endure it, grow through it, and keep moving forward anyway. Pain is the price of strength. In other words, if strength had a price tag on it, the price tag would read pain. When you're training to become physically tough, your muscles have to break down before they build back stronger. When you're training to become mentally resilient, you have to walk through the fire of disappointment, failure, and pressure. When you're training to become emotionally tough, you have to face the heartbreak, the betrayal, and the grief, and you can't run from it. The truth is, pain is the classroom where toughness is taught. It's not the enemy, it's part of the process, and those who embrace the process come out on the other side not only tougher, but transformed, because tough times, they don't last, but tough people do. This episode of The Recovery Couch is brought to you by JB Davis at Performance Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. For integrity, service, and unbeatable deals, ask for JB in Centerville and tell them The Recovery Couch sent you. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to The Recovery Couch. I'm your host, Brandon Couch, and this is episode 11 of our daily mini-series, Tough Times Don't Last, Tough People Do. If you've been walking through something hard, I want you to hear me loud and clear. Pain is not the end of your story. Pain is part of the process. We don't like pain. We avoid it. We numb it. We run from it. But what if I told you the pain you're in right now is doing more for you than comfort ever could? We're going to jump into this episode right after a word from our sponsor. Today's episode is brought to you by True Story Media. True Story Media is the production team behind this podcast. If you've got a story that the world needs to hear, visit us at www.recoverycouch.com and let's start building something real. Pain has a way of making us feel like something's gone wrong. But in my life, and in countless recovery stories I've heard, pain has been the turning point and not the end. Pain wakes us up. Pain strips away illusions. Pain reveals what's real. And the truth is, you won't heal from what you won't feel. You've got to walk through the pain if you want to come out on the other side free. I know this firsthand, and I talk about it more in depth in my book, Step 4, A Journey Through Addiction, where I talk about the seasons where I was hurting so badly that I just wanted to disappear. But pain had something to teach me, I guess. And pain taught me what I really valued. Pain brought me to my knees, and it was at rock bottom where God met me the loudest. And I know that the world is screaming at us, get over it or toughen up. But I've learned that real toughness doesn't mean ignoring our pain. It means that we face it honestly and handle it and deal with it and cope with it without substance. Because pain doesn't disqualify us. It develops us. Think about training yourself physically. Think about a muscle. It only grows after it's been torn. Then you rebuild with the process of protein synthesis, and the protein repairs the torn muscle and the muscle grows. The muscle had to be torn. Pain. Think about a wound. It only heals when it's exposed and cared for. Pain. We cannot bypass the process and expect the strength. So if you're hurting today, physically, emotionally, spiritually, I want you to know that you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not broken. You're growing, you're becoming, you're dealing with emotions, you're dealing with pain, and you're dealing with life in a way that you've never dealt with it before. Pain is the pressure that transforms coal into a diamond. It's the fire that forges steel, and it's the very thing God often uses to prepare us for what's next. Speaking of what's next, we've got some amazing guests joining us on the Recovery Couch this month. I'm excited. We'll be welcoming Michael Thompson, author of The Heart of a Warrior, great book that I've studied with my men's group for a long time. And we'll also be welcoming Ryan Canaday, Executive Director of Free Recovery Community in Denver, Colorado. These are conversations you don't want to miss. Also, if you want to support this mission, check out my Kickstarter campaign to help publish Step 4. The book is on the way, and you can be a part of bringing this message to people in recovery centers across the country. And if you're looking for community, then join the Recovery Couch Inner Circle on Patreon, where we go deeper, sharing bonus content and walk this thing out together. And lastly, leave us your email at recoverycouch.com so we can add you to the weekly newsletter so you can stay connected with everything we're building. We got exciting stuff going on, and we would love for you to be a part of it. Because this isn't just a podcast, it's a movement. Pain hurts, but it also heals. I encourage you today, don't run from pain. I encourage you not to numb the pain. I encourage you to embrace the pain and let it shape you, because on the other side of that pain is your exact purpose for living. Join me again tomorrow for the final episode in this series. The Fire Made Me. It's a reflection on everything we've walked through and how every hard thing became part of something holy. Until then, keep going, because tough times don't last, but tough people do. This episode of The Recovery Couch is brought to you by Greg Swartz at RE/MAX Victory and Affiliates. Whether you're buying or selling your home, Greg brings heart, hustle, and honesty to every deal. Call Greg at 937-477-8975 today. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. Today we unpack the truth many people try to avoid. Pain is part of the process. Whether it's physical training, emotional recovery, or spiritual growth, we explore how pain shows up not as punishment, but as a part of transformation. We talked about how pain tested our endurance and built our resilience. Physical pain strengthens our body. Emotional pain refines our heart. And spiritual pain deepens our faith. The discomfort we once ran from became the very thing that shaped our character. This episode is a reminder that the strongest people aren't the ones who avoid pain. The strongest people are the ones who walk through pain with purpose, grit, and grace. Because pain doesn't mean the journey is over. It actually means that something new is being built. And quite possibly, dealing with your pain might just be your new beginning. I want to thank you for sitting with me today on The Recovery Couch. Remember to check out Step 4. Go to the Kickstarter page, help pledge on the campaign, become a member of the Recovery Couch Inner Circle, sign up for the newsletter, and remember, you always have a seat right here on The Recovery Couch.